that go?
So the 7 factors here, which is 5 meter long. It's the walkable cover. It has also a cover over the rack to protect it further. You have a lubrication unit that is on the pinion, so the pinion is always getting fresh lubricant, and it's on a time release control. And you also get the cable carrier, and that's $45,000 list price.
That's cool.
And all you gotta do is add your robot, program it, and you're on your way.
The extrusions, so you can see that that's just like probably 120
about 170 millimeters.
Yeah,
and we got
170
two.
by maybe 100. And then the rail there
That's a size 25.
is 25 millimeter rail. So it's a 25 millimeter rail, and it's machined into that piece while the whole assembly is already assembled. So it's machined as one piece.
And this rail is not the ball bearing type rail. This is actually the rollers. So we have more rigidity.
Oh, really?
Low capacity for it.
How about that? So it's measuring run out on the new FANUC controller. And it was also measuring a bunch of stuff on that machine gizmo over there. Okay, so we're here at the Renishaw booth. This is called the Equator. You see, it's just CMM doing its little measurement thing. Everything is fed by this M10. Everything's running off of a robo drill. They've got this cute little tray system. I don't know if you can see that. But the cool thing is that Shunk has made a little pallet exchange tool that's pretty neat. So check that out. The auto door is a pneumatic actuator. So they can't get it to focus. Here it is. There we go. So that's a pneumatic actuator. Not too unlike what we did. Pushes on the door through those rubber bumpers. The floor is this crazy milled aluminum. It's all been faced. It's pretty neat. Then the data. So they've created an API that goes from the measurement tool to the mill via Ethernet. And the new FANUC machines come standard with Ethernet. And so you can set all of your tool offsets and tool comps through that. They have this guarantee system where if you crash your tool, you can buy another one. They call it repair and exchange program. And anyway, you can buy a new tool after you crash the first one for about a third the cost. It's pretty cool. It doesn't sound too scary either. So CamWorks and SolidWorks Cam are pretty much the same thing, but Solid Cam is something different, which I didn't know. And so he just showed a demo talking about how if you get the SolidWorks Cam Pro and CamWorks' nesting software, you can nest sheets in a cutlass essentially, which is why we chose Solid Cam, as I understand it. So I think we should look into it. It might be cheaper. This is pretty similar to what we did. That simulates them going over and getting machined, I suppose. Their frame is T-slot, but not all the way. Looks like they went with brackets that would be cheaper than buying T-slot brackets, more than likely, after you have your buddy plasma cut them out. Controller sits on top. It sits on a 30-degree angle. Must be some advantage to doing that, rather than have it sit flat. Maybe you keep away from singularities or something. Not real sure. This M10's pretty cool. They're using an area scanner. You can't see that. They're using an area scanner here, but they're not scanning the ground. They're just scanning a line, which doesn't really make sense. Not real sure why they're doing that. I would have put it down here somewhere so you can't trap someone in there and have it be unsafe for them, whatever. So they're also, if you noticed just a second ago, it had a little catch on the tray. I think that's why chamfers are important.
Answer any questions for you guys? This is a brand new product for us. So I'm sure it's going to evolve, and I don't know that we'll ever put it on the other side of the machine. There's some limitations over there, and of course all the software works on this side. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, you know, how could we
We have 11 on all the different
Well, we need to see it. We need to see. That's all. Just a single turret see. So we can work. I want to put a cam here. There's a probably run. Notice you back the bolt down. That cam surface. That's what I use cheating. So that's why I need the orientation. And I need to definitely have a clue what's coming back this deal.
Notice how they're running the airlines to the center of the arm. That's smart. Also makes life way easier. So this design hasn't changed. Just stop blocks, sensors on them. The auto The door is just a pneumatic slider on rails. Nothing crazy about it. It's nice though. So they ported hydraulics to the center of that. It goes on those big shunt grippers. Expensive way to hold a block, but super accurate. Check out the I/O distribution on the arm of the robot. You've got valves there. The whole I/O block connects to the EV port. It's pretty easy. Pedestal for this robot. It's hard to see, but it's very large. Very large. This is, I think Fanuc sells this pedestal. You can't see that at all. There you go. Fanuc sells this pedestal. Pretty sweet. Works with a lot of applications. Notice the reach. I guess you probably haven't seen that yet. Sheesh. That's close. Tool almost crashes into the trunnion. Pretty cool. Alright, so here in a second, I'm going to call a service request. Maybe. So this M10 fits in there. It can go really deep. Doesn't have a problem reaching all the way in, which is pretty handy. It's something our 7L can't do. The pump that they're using. That's the pump they're using. All World Machinery Supply Inc. It's like a quality unit. Got a little oil cooler on the back side, little plastic clips. This thing looks like a pile of garbage. Some weird notchy valves. I don't like that build. See how they're routing everything through the wall? It's pretty cool. This is what the high pressure through spindle coolant pump looks like. And they've got another extra pump for some reason here. Not sure why. Here's the back side of that M10. So its reach is pretty well maxed out when it reaches in there. Which M10 is this? 12S. So this is the stubby version. 12 kilo, I think that's been short. Pretty interesting though. Yeah. Then we're ready to machine?
that what that is?
See the area scanners? That's how this thing knows where it's at. So there's area scanners everywhere. Another one right there. That tells that little guy where he's at. And he drives to where he should be. So this is a 3D printer on a Herco mill. It's made by Herco. Spools up there, and then you just run your G code as you would normally. It looks like it has fairly good resolution, not super fantastic, but might be good for making parts ourselves or something like that. Spindle isn't moving. It's got that little umbilical in the back for power.
I was
So this is a Medeco pallet changer. That goes into a receiver here, and then the rotary slides forward, and then you can rotate all you want. It's a 12-second changeover time. The Series 20 costs how much?
Series 20 automatic system. Let me get that out.
So then it goes back in.
Starts at $29.9.
This system?
This 30 series though is $37,500 for the VF2.
And it includes everything except the
Actuator.
the rotary?
Oh, I misunderstood your question.
Were you talking about the
trunnion-
standalone?
The trunnion system
Yeah.
with the actuator, 2 trunnions for 20 inches, 26,950, 27,000. Okay, there you go. Now the pallet systems, automatic, are shown here.
Oh, these are two different products. It's not one
Correct.
product. So it's 29 on top of the other
Correct.
30 or so.
Correct.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And they just mounted it directly to 2 linear slides there.
So this is a grinding machine that we were admiring. It's got a little LR made in there. It's got a Fanuc servo that looks like it's a 4000. I think 4000, which is the model of this motor, means that it's 4 Newton meters and 4,000 RPM, if I remember right. And that's got a
Coupler up here, it's attaching to that other servo. So it's
gear reducer, coupler,
Coupler there.
the cable management, nothing too fancy.
Interesting, simple. Yeah.
And it picks all those parts. Doesn't do a fantastic job. It's missed some picks and some drops. Interesting.